If you've been hanging around the funny image boards lately, there's a decent chance you've seen one of these curious creatures known as Garloids. These unusual animals have caused quite the ruckus in the online community, namely for their prized milk excretions which are harvested by the aptly titled Garloid farmers. You'll see posts from mischievous individuals hinting at this Garloid farming subculture and then mocking the confused who are unaware of said community. But this raises the question, are Garloids real, or is this all just a silly meme? Yes, Garloids are very much a real animal in the real world. While most people react to the existence of Garloids with shock, you may be surprised to know that the scientific community has been aware of these animals for centuries. They even have their own Wikipedia page. Commonly known as spoonworms, these animals have cohabited with humans for millennia until the industrialization of the 20th and the 21st century brought Garloids into near extinction. However, the ever-growing Garloid farming community seeks to change this while generating lucrative revenue along the way. Times have not always been so kind to the Garloid enthusiasts. The Reagan Garloid Act of '87 brought the Garloid farming industry to its knees. Al Gore's Garloid milk tax destroyed the industrial Garloid milking operations around the nation, forcing many Garloid farmers to give up on the Garloid business forever. And as if that weren't bad enough, animal rights organizations have repeatedly protested against farming methods such as the feeding of low-quality water to Garloids, and the controversial blood feeding practice observable among fringe members of the Garloid farming community. During the 2000s, it seemed as though the industry might just be doomed forever. But not all was lost. The rise of the internet has brought about a resurgence of interest in Garloids through the financial independence movements ushered in by cryptocurrency and the indoor farming movement. Today, many young entrepreneurs are turning to Garloid farming to preserve the financial viability of their pathetic, neat lifestyles. Now that's great and all, but there are clearly a few questions to resolve regarding Garloid biology. How long are Garloids? What is the circumference of a Garloid? Can Garloids grow hair? How long is a Garloid lifespan? Are there multiple species of Garloids? Do Garloids have vision? Can Garloid be plural? Why are Garloids sometimes seen on dry land and sometimes underwater? Are they supposed to be amphibious or only semi-aquatic? All great questions, each with their own answers. You'll find that the average length of a matured Garloid ranges from 2 to 3 feet with a circumference of 4 to 6 inches. Some Garloids, however, have been known to react strongly to certain ingested substances, causing them to grow to lengths of up to 6 football fields. These Garloids typically do not survive past a few days, as their enormous size leads to vulnerability from predators. The average Garloid lifespan ranges from each subspecies, but usually lasts around 6 to 8 years. And there can be exceptions to this. One Garloid was documented as living 13 years until its death in November 2019. These subspecies can vary widely, to the common lake-dwelling miniature Garloid, to the oft-consumed eastern blood Garloid, or to the rare black trench Garloid. While these animals are amphibious and require access to a large body of water to survive, the fluid they ingest can help them absorb oxygen. This has led to the practice of strapping Garloids to faucets and force-feeding them tap water whenever your mom isn't home. Much of the criticism of Garloid farming reflects this practice of so-called Garloid mining. The behavior of Garloids indicates that they have some rudimentary understanding of their surroundings, although most seem to lack true vision. It is worth mentioning that sometimes Garloids have human eyes. So that just about covers it. That's the Garloid. I hope you learned something from this video, or at least were entertained for a few minutes. I would really appreciate it if you might consider subscribing to this channel, because I don't have any subscribers yet and I would really like some. Future videos won't be about Garloids though. I feel like I covered everything there is here about as thoroughly as it needs to be.